Hey everyone, Barry Brooksby here. Today I'm going to show you the comparison between an original whole life illustration and an in-force illustration, a policy performance over a 4, 5, 6 year time frame and beyond. And what's interesting about this is whole life insurance is fully guaranteed. If you're not familiar with properly structured high cash value whole life insurance, you get a guaranteed rate of return every year and you earn a dividend. With the companies that I work with, they've been in business 120 years, 160 years. This company that we're looking at today is a 177-year-old company. They've never missed a single year of paying a dividend. We can't say the dividend is guaranteed because it isn't, but they have a 100% track record of never missing a single year of paying a dividend. So what we have in the original illustration, this was funded at $60,000 a year. You see that here. And total cash value in the first year is $47,000. We would call this an 80-20 design, 80% PUA, 20% base. And these designs are important because generally, the more PUA you have going into a policy, the more cash value you're going to have immediately and then also throughout your life. So you might hear about a 75-25, an 80-20, a 90-10. Those ratios are important depending on your goals. Now, there might be some of you out there that just want straight death benefit for legacy planning. That's great. We love those policies because they are a tool to help perpetuate generational wealth. They can be used for many different things. Legacy planning, it's a way where you have a guaranteed payout upon your passing that will go to your beneficiaries. That death benefit play is extremely crucial when a person has a larger estate, more net worth, and especially if you're over the estate tax exemption, you want to be able to have death benefit that can pay taxes so your family doesn't have to come out of pocket with cash or fire sell assets to pay those taxes. Well, coming back to this illustration, what we've done is in the fourth year highlighted this $226,000. And that's because the in-force illustration that we see here was ran 4 years later. And you'll notice that the cash value is $227,504 as compared to the original illustration at $226,000. Why is the cash value higher in the in-force illustration? And by the way, an in-force illustration is how is the policy performed up to date and then what are the projections moving forward? The reason the in-force cash value is higher is because this company has increased their dividend 2 times since the original policy, which is fantastic. Many of the companies that I work with had dividends increase 2 times in the last 4 or 5 years. Those increasing dividends show there is higher cash value today than the original illustration projected 4 years ago. Well, look what happens as time goes on. Let's say we get to year 10, the cash value in the in-force illustration is $725. The original was $715. So there's a $10,000 difference over a 10-year time frame. This particular client didn't want to put any more money into the policy after 15 years. So in the 16th year forward, there is no more premium going in. That's what these zeros represent. And we see in the 16th year, no more premium going in, the cash on the original illustration, $1.32 million. But in the in-force illustration, because of those higher dividends, the cash is $1.35 million. We love this. We love that mutual insurance companies are paying higher dividends, and that obviously reflects in the cash value of these policies. At age 68, at least what I'm showing here, $1.9 million in the original versus $1.97 in the in-force. So 23 years later, there is $77,000 more in cash value. If the insurance company raises dividends again, well, these numbers would be even higher. And by the way, when an insurance company declares a dividend, it can go up a few basis points or down a few basis points. It's very rare, if ever, you would see a dividend go from 6% to 8% or 6% down to 4%. They're usually very small increments, 6% to maybe 6.1 or 6.2, 6% maybe down to 5.9 or 5.7. We don't know what future dividends will be, but we love it when mutual insurance companies increase their dividend. We get more cash value as policyholders. In the second example, same company, now we're looking 6 years out. So we see the original illustration at $185,000 in year 6. The in-force illustration is $185,839. Not a huge difference, but it is higher. Our 10-year number in the in-force illustration is $359 as compared to $355. And as time goes on, that increase in total cash value is larger. Let's look at year 20, $680,000 compared to $704,000. Now, what's neat about this illustration is this client wanted to put $30,000 in a year for 10 years and then reduce to the minimum of $6,700. And that's what we see, the $6,700 ongoing. I love to show the power of the $6,700, even reducing down from 30, going to the minimum of $6,790. Let's just look at some random years. Year 18, the cash value is $619. The next year it grows to $661. That's a $42,000 gain, and they only put in $6,700. So it's fun to do the math. Remember, a person is earning compound interest in these policies. Year after year, the cash value is getting larger than the year before because of compound interest. And because it's fully guaranteed, there's true compound interest in the policies. As we wrap up, we'll look at the 25-year number here. In the prior original illustration, $915,000 in cash. The in-force illustration with those increased dividends, $960,000. So there's $45,000 more in cash value. I always recommend look at your own numbers, see how a properly structured high cash value whole life policy will benefit you and your portfolio. Guaranteed growth, access to liquid cash, tax-free use of this money, permanent death benefit, legacy planning, creditor protection, estate planning. The benefits go on and on. Take a look at your own numbers, and thanks for checking out the video today.